Boys backing out and did it again one more time. We are live. Web developers live. How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing great. You know me, I'm doing all right. Listen, guys, don't let these people psych you out. I'm being honest with you guys, man. I'm actually gonna drop a video on this topic, but I also wanted to go live with you guys and talk about it. So there's a lot of CEOs from like major AI companies that are telling everybody, hey, you don't need to learn how to code anymore, man. You really don't have to. Why would you when we could go in and give you an AI that will do the work for you, okay? And basically make you dependent on their services. And now, what's really interesting is that a lot of these CEOs, especially like the guy who owns Ripple, they're switching their mindset of like telling people to learn how to code. Now they're like, hey, don't learn how to code. Don't worry, we got it. Let us do the job. Let us do the work. And you just got to pay us every single month for the rest of your life to do whatever it is that you need to do. Because why would you want to learn? That's like somebody coming into you and telling you, hey, man, you don't need to read. You don't need to learn how to read or write. Don't worry, you pay me for the rest of your life and I read whatever you want me to read. It's a beautiful business model, okay? So I wanted to tell you guys, like, guys, don't let these people psych you out. Now, I'm talking to you guys that are coming from the place that I'm coming from, right? The bottom. Self-made, right? People who are not papi and mommy kids, okay? The guys that if you don't make a change, you don't do something for yourself, no one's going to do it for you. There is no trust fund. There is no, hey, my mom died and she left me a big house and I could sell that. And guess what? It's like $200,000, $300,000 in equity. So I could start my life from there. No, we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. We are actually the ones who are building our houses, the ones that's building our wealth. Okay? So what do I mean by this? We are the ones that we have to build our own little pillow. So when we fall back and shit goes wrong, we take care of ourselves because we don't have nobody else to do that for us. Now, a lot of these people, the CEOs, right, their job is to sell the services. Like I said, right? They want you to be dependent on, AI, right? And AI is amazing, is great, but when you tell somebody, hey man, don't learn how to code, don't learn these skills that we are hiring for, but we don't want you to learn it. No, it's okay. You don't need to learn it. We got it from here. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like they want to keep you dumb. They want to keep you depending on the services. They want you to not be able to be part of this new industry, which is the tech industry, which is where the money is flowing to. If right now you are doing whatever you're doing, whatever job that you're doing, believe it or not, that job ain't shit compared to most jobs in the tech industry. Okay? And what's really interesting to me is like these people are pushing this agenda, but yet they will tell you, hey man, we don't got enough engineers, so guess what? I guess we're gonna have to bring a couple of guys from India. Why would we want you to learn how to code where we will have to pay you, $80, $90, $100,000 starting, when we could go and hire some guy from India, Pakistan, a whole bunch of other countries, right? Keep them here on a visa, pay them half the money that we're supposed to pay you, right? Because guess what? There's not enough engineers. There's not enough developers to do this work. So we have to go outside. So it's like, it makes no sense. You're telling the people here in the US not to learn this skill, right? Where we're supposed to benefit off this opportunities, but you're willing to look for other people outside of the US for the same work and pay them less. And you're telling me not to learn it, because why would you? Because you could just pay me to go in and do the work for you. Like, that don't make no sense. I'm seeing a whole play right now, okay? It's like a football game. They're down by 50. What they're gonna do? They're gonna do a Hail Mary. You might as well start looking at those players that's all the way at the end, right? It's a dude right now ready to run to the end zone, right? And he's like, yo, he needs this touchdown. So you know what the play is. Okay, he needs that touchdown. They're gonna have to throw the ball. They're gonna have to throw the ball, bro. They're gonna have to throw the fucking ball a couple of times, because guess what? We see that they're down by 50. All right. So again, don't let these people psych you out. Don't be stupid. I'm talking to you guys like I'm a friend. This is the way how I talk to my friends, so don't take it personal. But yeah, don't be stupid. These people are literally going in, right? They're automating a lot of the stuff that's going to be out here. A lot of the jobs that are quote unquote good jobs, right? The jobs that most likely will stay the longest is going to be things like, you got plumbers, you got construction workers. Now, if you don't want to be sweating your ass outside under the sun, you don't want to be fucking unclogging, smelling shit all day, hey, development, the tech industry is the best route for you. Now, of course, you have the medical field, right? That's not going anywhere. But most of the other jobs that's out here, that shit will get automated, okay? That will get automated, and there'll be people who basically can use AI to do the job of 10 other individuals. It's the same thing with development. The only thing is that when you're in the tech industry, there's gonna be new jobs that's gonna come into play in the next couple of years, and you want to be part of that shift. You don't want to be the guy holding onto your horse when you know cars are here already. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that guy in 1910 holding onto his horse and carriage and saying, man, I just love my horse. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy that's taking the class to learn how to drive. Okay? Don't let these people psych you out, because what I'm noticing is that even with these opportunities that we've had the last 10 years, I mean, imagine this. If you was to tell somebody in 2005, hey, bro, you could get $100,000 job, and in a few more years, if you do it right, you could make as much as a doctor without having to go to school. Will you believe it? Probably not, right? So guess what? This has changed the life and probably the family tree for a lot of people. And there's more people that can come in and learn these skills and make a change in their life. So it does bother me when I see the CEOs coming out of nowhere saying, yeah, man, y'all don't gotta learn, bro. We got it. Don't worry, just me and my bros from India, we got it. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is like, yo, me and Pardeep got it. Don't worry, you don't need to learn. And again, shout out to the Indians. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you guys. I'm blaming the CEOs, right? It's the same concept of, the good jobs that were here in manufacturing, right? Building cars. There was a point where everything used to be built here in the U.S. And people used to take pride. Yo, this product came from the USA, right? I remember in the 90s, we're not talking about that far. I was born in the 80s, right? In the 90s, when I was a little kid, the best products will be the ones that will say, made in USA. People will get hyped. People like, oh, damn, I got this shit from the USA. I got, you know what I mean? Like, anywhere you go in the world, that was like a flex. It's like, yeah, man, this shit is an American made. This and that, right? But guess what? Nowadays, right, because the CEOs, their job is to make more profit, to make more money, okay? So what did they do to that industry? Instead of building cars here, where they could build their cars here, they went in and say, let's go in and get the metal from China. Let's go in and get the small little pieces, the knobs and this and that, and the plastic from China. Let's go in and have that stuff be sent from China to Mexico. They build it in Mexico. We build the design here, right? But everything else comes from everywhere else. So now, good luck trying to find a good job in the automotive industry. You get what I'm saying? Good luck with that. You know what I mean? There's still a lot of good jobs in the automotive industry, but now they're so limited, okay? Because everything just got shipped out to other countries. And it's really off greed, right? A lot of the CEOs, they already make so much money, but they're always looking to make more. And I get it, right? We in America, we here to make money, but not at the cost of the American people that also purchase your products. You know what I'm saying? So with the CEOs in the tech industry, a lot of the CEOs in the tech industry telling people not to learn, but yet they still need engineers, makes no sense. So what they're trying to do is literally go in and stop the flow of new people coming in, so then they could go in and say, we don't have enough people. We need to go get Pardeep and Shang Shou to come in and you know, and do the work, because, you know, Terrell and Marcos and Bryant, they can't really do the work, man. You know, they want to be Kim Kardashian, they want to play basketball, they want to, they want to hang out, Let's us just sell the products to them and let somebody else build it. You get what I'm saying? That's where it's wrong. And I'm grateful for this industry. I love the tech industry, right? This thing changed my life. This thing opened up the doors for me. Right now, if I wasn't a developer, who knows where the hell I would be? Maybe I'll be doing fucking cybersecurity. Some shit like that. Maybe I'll be resetting passwords somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I'll be fucking shit. Maybe I'll be just, I don't know, doing graphic design somewhere. Or even worse, maybe I could have been fucking, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I couldn't find a job as a designer. And now I'm over here on the Uber. That's where they want to see you at. They don't want you to be in the upper class. They don't want that. Right? They definitely do not want that. But guess what? You know what I mean? Poppy got off the grill. Poppy got off the grill. And he ain't going back. You get what I'm saying? Joe ain't going back to the field no more. You know what I mean? Joe's not touching anything physical no more. That ain't happening. I'm not blowing my back on lifting fucking boxes. I'm not standing all day on my feet. I'm at home coding, click-clacking. You get what I'm saying? Keyboard warrior. You get what I'm saying? Keyboard warrior. You get what I'm saying? My fingers got muscles. You get what I'm saying? My thumb look like it's a hammer. You know what I mean? That middle finger and that index finger where you type with the most, shit. That shit got a neck muscle. You get what I'm saying? I ain't going to the field no more. Right? Now, if you're in the field right now, you're in some random bullshit job, you got to understand that this is where they want you at. Now it's up to you to decide, nah, I'm good. I know what it is. Right? I know what it is, right? And all it really takes is just, to sit down, educate yourself, learn a new skill. I know it's hard. I know it's hard when somebody is like, you 30-something, late 20s, you got a kid, you got a family, you got, you got a full-time job. Where do you find the time? You could find the time. You could spend an hour, 2 hours. You could definitely do it, because there's a lot of people out here that do it and then they live good. When you go in and you see all these people walking around eating granola and walking around on the Google and Apple campus, they got there for one reason. They put in the work. You're a hard worker too, but doesn't mean that you have to work hard with your body. You could work hard with your mind. You know what I mean? You got to get your bread up, and you got to go to the thing that's going to be the most beneficial for you in the long term. What's going on, kids? I just picked up my kids, by the way. Come in, Chichi. Go ahead, thank you.
Oh, you guys, you on live?
Yeah, we live right now, kiddo. We are live. We officially live.
Wait, can you lower down?
You want the window?
Motorcycle. That guy go like on
The dad came to pick up the.
That's cool.
Dad came to pick up the kid in a scooter.
No, that's my friend Danny.
Yeah, that's what's up,
I
though.
never knew. In a motorcycle, I'll be scared if I
It's
broke
not a
my-
motorcycle; it's a scooter.
I don't go on the scooter.
Yeah, it's cool. I used to have one in DR. But yeah, man, guys, like, it's crazy. So don't get psyched out, man. I'm telling you guys right now, look at these things like opportunities to get into the game. Come in, get your money, and do what you have to do. It's just a little bit of time that you invest into yourself, okay? Because guess what? Somebody's gonna do this work. This jobs is not going away. They're not disappearing. What they're gonna do is they're gonna go in and say, well, nobody here wants to learn it. We gotta go get Pardeep and Shang Shao to come in and do the work, because, like I said, you know, Marcos and Terrell and Brian, they don't want to do it. You get what I'm saying? You know? So it's like you gotta start using your brain. There's a play that's happening right now, and they're trying to throw a Hail Mary. Okay, they're trying to throw a Hail Mary, and you gotta be ready for it. You gotta get your bag, man. Don't miss out on this opportunity, because, you know, one thing that I could tell you, I've been doing this for 7 years, helping people get into the game. By the way, if you're looking to learn how to code, go check out CodingPhase.com. Stop slacking, 20% off on the link in the description. But one thing that I've noticed is that every single year it becomes harder, okay? And it becomes harder for beginners, meaning that there's more skills that you need to learn, more things that you got to do to get a job, right? You don't want to leave this for, 4 or 5 years from now, when you come back and you start noticing your life sucks, and you be like, damn, I can't even buy a house. Damn, I can't even, buy the car that I want to buy. Damn, I got a kid or two. Shit is expensive. You buying one steak for all of you guys. Yeah, times is rough. You don't want to be in that situation when you start thinking about moments like that. You want to go in and prevent that. You go and invest into yourself. Now, again, I don't care what you do, right? If you're the type of person that wants to be, unclogging up bathrooms and shit like that, go study plumbing, okay? If you want to go in and you want to be under the sun, go do construction, right? If you want to go in, be dealing with blood, cleaning people up, right? Doing a bunch of shit, go into medicine. For me and my guys, my homegirls, the ones that's watching this, the bros, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be click-clacking. We're going to be in here click, clack, click, 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 clack, clack, clack. You know what I mean? Every time that key goes clack, it's also ka-ching, 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 ching, ching, ka-ching, ching, ching. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're going to hear, And we're going to make our bags, and we're going to be good. But just make sure that don't sleep on educating yourself. Again, I have a platform, CodingPhase.com. We teach you everything that you need to learn. But again, if it's not for you, it's fine. Just find something and educate yourself. Go get yourself a degree. Go get yourself an apprenticeship on being a plumber, whatever you want to do. But make sure that if you go in and you go into that field, it's going to bring money to your pocket. And that that you are also going in and saying, hey, I'm going to take this courses, or I'm going to take this training, and you're going to take it serious. Because right now, this is not the place to be, messing around. And you already messed around long enough. You know it. I know it. I used to mess around. You know what I'm saying? I messed around all throughout high school. I should have been in the Ivy League school. Guess what? I ended up in a community college, right? I had to do a little wake-up call. It's like, damn, I'm pretty bright. I'm pretty smart. What am I doing here? With a bunch of losers that didn't want to do shit in high school. Now I'm a loser too. So guess what? if you already understand that, and you can go in and think about that and say, man, I gotta reflect on myself, and I gotta take this serious, I gotta make a change, right? Education is the only thing that's gonna take you there. Okay, it's not gonna be, hey, I work at a company. You could go right now work at Foot Locker. I got a friend of mine who worked at Foot Locker since high school, and I'm thinking, yo, he probably owned a couple of stores. I just talked to him 2 years ago. Mind you, we graduated 2005. All right, so I'm thinking this guy is like, he gotta be like a owner of a sneaker store. He's a manager at Foot Locker. He's something, because he's been doing that shit for 10 plus years. He tells me, nah, man, I'm still in stocking. I'm still doing, how you call this thing? Inventory and this and that. And I'm like, bro, you still looking for size 10? You still, when somebody comes in, you still asking people, yo, what size are you? That's crazy. You're an adult. You got to get your shit together. And mind you, I love my friend, but the only thing that's stopping him is educating himself and investing into himself. Shout out to my other boy, Brandon, who probably watching this. Brandon, he was another knucklehead, just like me and everybody else. For a lot of years, he didn't want to do anything. I tried to put him into coding. I tried to put him into a bunch of shit. And then, he didn't want to do it. Shit got rough. Got put on some, I don't want to throw his whole business, but they put him, let's say the government came in and said, hey, you got a couple of kids, let me pull your ear to the side real quick. They pulled his ear and said, all right, bro, you need to make more bread because the government pulling your ear right now, right? So what he did, he goes out of his way, goes to a training, learns about, safety, gets his OSHA certification, a bunch of shit, now has a good job. But what's the difference between him 10 years ago and him 3 years ago? He didn't want to put in the time to educate himself. He didn't want to go in and invest in himself. Man, I got to pay $500 to get an OSHA certification and $1,000 to go in and take a 2 month course. Nah, man, I'm not doing that. Once he realized you need to start making some bags out here and you need to get your shit together, you start looking around, you're like, all right, let me get my shit together, because it's never too late. It's like what they always tell you, it's never too late to go back to school, because you could always make a change. You could be 40, you could be 50, you could always make a change. Now, if you're 65, 68, all right, bro, you got 2 more years left. At this point, you're going to school for a hobby. You get what I'm saying? Like, dude is like, yo, I'm 68 years old. I'm going to go get my master's. Yeah, my guy, you doing that shit as a hobby. That fucking ship sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? That ship sailed a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? 28 years ago. Dude is 68. Like, yeah, I'm going for my master's. What you gonna do with that master? You're 68. That's that's the retirement age. You get what I'm saying? So please don't wait till 68 to then from there want to do something with your life. You could go in and do in your 30s, you could do it in the 40s, you could do it in your 50s. Don't wait till 68 to then now be like, yeah, man, I'm doing my master's and I'm going to school with the young folks. You know what I mean? Like, dudes is opening the door for you. You show up to school, dudes is opening up the door for you. You get what I'm saying? When you know you're walking around with a handicap little parking shit on your car, and it's not because you handicapped, it's just because you old. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and you try to do a change at that point. Yeah, my guy, you 18 years late. Now again, guys, I'm just cracking jokes. Don't take this shit serious. I gotta make this live stream entertaining a little bit, right? Shout out to my kids for being good kids. Let me do a live stream here. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to my kids. Say what up, Ethan. Say like, yo, what's going on? Talk to the peoples. You live. There's thousands of people watching you right now, kiddo. Gotta bring the energy up. It's hot as hell today. We're gonna go for a bike ride. We're gonna go in the pool. We're gonna enjoy this day. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. And guys, go show your sister a lot of love. She went to the dentist today. She's upset. So give her a lot of love. Give her a kiss when you see her and a hug, okay? She needs it right now. And Nobody make her cry, okay? Be nice to her.
I still alive.
You're gonna see. When you see her, you see her. Anyways, guys, listen, thank you for coming through this live stream. You know, I only come here because I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to help you guys out, man. I'm trying to give you that motivation. I'm trying to put that battery, put that battery in your back. Like, don't sleep on this. You know, there's people that's gonna be good, right? And they're already good, right? You want to be part of that team. You want to be part of the winning team. You don't want to be the part of the team that it's out here struggling and wondering where the next paycheck is coming from, or how could you save more money. It's not about saving, it's more about how to make more money. Saving could take you only so far. Saving is good for a rainy day. That's still gonna keep you in the same place. You get what I'm saying? By the way, for those of you guys that haven't checked it out, go check out the Vue.js course on CodingPhase.com. I'm building some really cool projects for you guys. I want you guys to learn Vue. Vue is the next thing. Vue is actually one of those frameworks that, for years, I was against it. I was like, nah, Vue, because I was so, what's the word? When somebody goes in and like, you're kind of brainwashed. Like, I drank the React Kool-Aid for years. And I was like, nah, man, those the ops. Vue is the ops. You know what I'm saying? Angular, the ops. You know what I mean? But when I started doing the research, right, and I started going in and checking out all the things that the framework has, I'm like, oh, this shit's legit. The developer tools is amazing, way better than React. Then you have Nuxt.js, which is simple. It's the equivalent to Next.js, but properly, okay, without all the extra bullshit that Next.js has. And then the fact that globally, people are using Vue.js more than React. React is very popular here in the US, but everywhere else is Angular and Vue. So that made me realize, I'm like, okay, I gotta really pay attention to this. And as you can see, all my new apps, they're all built on Vue.js, and Vue 3 to be exact. So again, sometimes this is why they always say, don't spit to the air, don't spit up, because that shit might fall in your face, right? That's how I feel. I actually love Vue.js now. And I like it way more than React, but it's because I drank the Kool-Aid, the React Kool-Aid. They had me, you know what I mean? They had me brainwashed in that ecosystem. And it was a great framework. I'm not even gonna lie. React is amazing. You could use React 3 Fiber. You have React Native. It's an amazing ecosystem. But what's been happening with React lately, it's pretty much like after Vercel started taking over React, it's been downhill after that. And a lot of people are kind of walking away from React in general. And mostly Next.js. People don't want to use that shit. People don't want to use Next.js. Most developers that are experienced, most developers that's been in the game, they don't want to use that shit. They're like, they're forcing us into an ecosystem where we have to pay a premium to use Vercel. Then on top of that, everything is way more complex for no reason. You go in and be like, well, I'm just building a freaking single page application. Now I got to go through the whole Next.js ecosystem. Now I got to do this React server components. Now I got to go in and do this random shit to do authentication on an application. Yeah, like people they're not feeling Next.js like that. And because Next.js is now React in a sense, it's like people don't want to do that. Right? So again, I always see what's happening and what's coming and what's going on with the industry to make a decision. You know what I mean? I wouldn't tell you guys to learn Vue.js if it wasn't something beneficial for you guys, right? I don't like making courses to make courses. I like making courses that's gonna get people results and get them ahead in their career. Vue.js, like I said, is the play. That's the play right now. And what's really cool about it is just the developer experience, bro. You can't even put a price on it. Like when you're building that, everything's already there, laid out for you. You have your React, not React here, Vue.js single file components. You have your style scoped to the component itself. You have everything there, just sweet, easy. It's easy to see what's happening, what function got triggered. Easy to see through the developer tools how you can go in and see, what's happening within your app. Very rarely you might have a bug and you be like, man, I don't know where the bug came from. No, you know exactly where it came from because everything is laid out very simple. It's like dummy proof. And that was always the thing that I liked about Vue. I just didn't like Vue at the time because, again, I was drinking the React Kool-Aid, and at the same time, there wasn't that many jobs for it. But now the jobs is there. You get what I'm saying? The jobs is there. The technology is there, the frameworks, the packages, everything that's in there is a great ecosystem. And it basically aligns perfectly with what we do. If you're in the Laravel ecosystem, guess what? Vue.js got that. If you're in the Shopify theme development, Shopify App Store, Vue.js got that. You get what I'm saying? So it's a no-brainer. Go check it out. Shout out to everybody in here. I see some people in the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat before I get out of here. Brandon King, Margarita, what's going on? Henry Codes. Who else we got here? Quakebox, Idus Reyes. Times is hard. Private Jose says times are hard. People on disability benefits aren't they? I got a friend who's dwarf and he's trying to. Yeah, this view is stupid. Listen to this shit. Private Jose B32 says, yo, times is hard with people on disability benefits, aren't they? I got a friend who's a dwarf and he's struggling to put food on the table. Yo, that's like a bar within a bar. If you got it, you got it. Yo, that was nice. I mean, it's not nice to call people dwarf, but shit, that was a nice. Like, yo, he's having a hard time put. Yo, you stupid, bro. By the way, I didn't say that. He said that. I'm thinking it visually. This is like, yo, times is hard. It's hard for him to put the food on the table. Yo, you stupid. Yo. Yo, what's going on, man? Let me see. Reading through here, what's going on? Reading through here. What does Fanto? Fanto says something. I see that. I can't see his messages. Let's see what it says. Fanto. So Fanto. Let's see who's Fanto, right? Okay, shout out to Fanto. Let's give him a little bit of light, right? Fanto is somewhere, I don't know, under a tree somewhere, right? He says, coding is dead. Everyone is using Lovely to auto-generate websites in seconds. Let me break this down, Fanto. The average person, right, might go in there and not even know what to do. You're watching a tutorial on YouTube and they show you, hey, this is how you go in and use Lovely, right? Then from there use bolt.new, and then from there use this, and that. Bro, the average person, they're not doing that shit. I'm telling you right now. I've been doing this shit long enough. This is the same thing as website builder. The average business owner is not stopping his day to sit down in front of a computer and then start building this shit with fucking AI. He's not doing that. He got bigger shit to do. You get what I'm saying? He's not doing that. Now that there's a lot of people who are like entrepreneurs, self-starters, and they're using these tools, yes. Are there a lot of AI developers in general that's using AI to save them time? Yes. But coding itself is not dead. Because who the hell is going to make Lovely version 2? Lovely itself? Lovable? Lovable is going to make his own version 2? Come on, sometimes some of you guys, I'll be trying to take you guys serious in the comments, right? But it's like, bro, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the AI Kool-Aid. Because if you quitting to code, right, and you quitting to learn how to code, and you're like, man, what's the point of learning how to code? Because this thing could build a landing page. Yeah, you stupid. I'm being honest. That's just a stupid thought that might come to your head, because now what you're doing is you're saying, I'm not gonna learn the skill and understand what's really happening with these applications, and I'm just gonna have a random AI build me a fucking landing page. It's great for HTML, CSS, but when you're building real applications, you need to know what you're doing. Oh, look at all these fucking things. Haven't you seen any of the videos that we've been putting out and other people have put out? People are using these AI applications and creating fucking Frankenstein's apps. Like literally one thing plugging from this, one plugging from that. Bro, that shit is a mess. The internet right now is basically going to be a bunch of fucking slob and random bullshit applications out there, right? Because a bunch of people don't even know how to code and just creating some random bullshit and trying to charge people, and their websites is not even secure. Fucking, this is one of the reasons why even cybersecurity people is like, yo man, cybersecurity is the shit. Yeah, because there's a lot of fucking people that don't even know how to code and are even gonna be making random bullshit, right? I wouldn't be surprised, like cybersecurity will have an uptick because there's so much bullshit being put on the internet that's not even secure, that people have to go in and start hiring, you know, cybersecurity, security experts to come in and make their application secure. So that right there creates a new job. The job of the person fixing the bullshit applications that you built with AI. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, AI is great and it's great for certain tasks, but you going in and saying, man, I don't need to read and write, because why would I learn how to read and write when shit, I could just go in and talk to my phone, Siri, and Siri could read whatever I need to read. I could just take a picture with it and read, and it will read it back to me. Or hey, why would I learn any math when I have a calculator? You get what I'm saying? That's the concept, that if you still don't get that, we can't do nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? There's no saving you. At this point, it's like you're not even using this. So at that point, go ahead. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing that we could do for you, right? That's like a dude right now saying, I'm not gonna learn how to freaking do math. I don't need math. What do I need math for? I got a calculator. Yeah, but hey, dummy, do you know how to add things? Do you know how to get percentages? The calculator is just there and it's giving you the numbers, but do you even know how to put it together? How to go in and put in an equation so you could go in and get the data, get the information out of that fucking calculator? No. Okay, so the calculator is useless to you. Now, someone that really knows how to do this shit, right, can go in and use the calculator like a motherfucker, can go in and kill it. That's the thing that you still don't understand. If you don't know how to code, you're depending on whatever they give you. At that point, it's the same thing that you would do when you go into, like, let's say Shopify. Somebody comes in and says, hey, I want to build an online store. Yes, you could build an online store with Shopify. You could build it with Wix. You could build it with Squarespace. But guess what? Once you have a real business and you have real clients, real customers, and you need to add extra features, you're going to need a developer. It's the same concept. When a lot of these people that use AI to build, you know, the little ideas and applications, they're going to have an opportunity to create something, do a prototype. But when shit hits the fan, now this is when they got to go in and hire a developer. So the role for the developer is not going away. It's just evolving into fucking looking into your shitty ass code that you built. Now we got to supervise your ass. You get what I'm saying? Now I got to be in there with the fucking... Now I got to be in there looking at Phantom's code. Because Phantom didn't want to learn how to code. He just wanted to do Lovable, Bold.new, and use Cursor all day. But he don't know what the fuck he building. So now I got to come through with a fucking magnifying glass and look through his shitty code and be like, yeah, bro, this is where it's not secure. This is why you're basically a hacker's bitch. Your hacker's taking all of your customers' data. Yeah, the hacker's going in and adding random shit into your application, and you don't even know why. Yes, it's right here. Now we got to supervise your ass. You get what I'm saying? Again, don't take this person on cracking jokes. But yeah, that's just how it goes. Shout out to everybody in here. So please do not be that guy. Don't take the phantom route where you're already clocked out and you're like, yeah, man, why would I learn how to code? I could just go fucking unlovable, man. Why would I even? Coding is dead, bro. Well, we gonna be in here making money off his neck. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I just built this random fucking app, and it's great. It, getting some users, but some reason somebody's deleting my fucking database. What's going on in here? You get what I'm saying? Let me see right through here. He's now chilling in the block party, expired hot dogs, stale potato chips, and flat. Yo, Brew Pop is stupid, yo. Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, now you chilling. He's now chilling at the block party with expired hot stale potato chips and the flat soda. The joints they be having when when you go to like a local uh, a local fair. You go to a local fair and be like, yo, let me get a 2 liter, let me get a jumbo soda, Coca-Cola, maybe make it Diet Coke, and they come back to give you some shit that the soda look like coffee. There's not even one little zzz in that shit. That shit is just straight fucking stale. He's in the back eating fucking chicken wings and fucking expired hot dogs. Nah, but again, shout out to him. But I think people just gotta start using their brain, man. It's like these people, they make money with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like me going in and be like, I open up a car wash, right? A car wash. I'm keeping it simple, right? Very simple example. I open up a car wash, right? Now, initially, your car wash, you will go in, you have the car wash, you have 5, 6 Mexican dudes cleaning up the cars and washing them, blah, blah, blah. And it was a great business, okay? Pay everybody $5 an hour. Everybody gets tips. So at the end, they make 12, 14 each an hour. Great, okay? As a business owner, it's a great business model. But what's a better business model? You could go in, invest into using maybe a $50,000, $100,000 extra, and now you automate the car washing experience. And guess what? People just come in and they sign up to a subscription. And now you see me on an advertisement telling you, hey guys, washing your car is dead, man. Who washes their car nowadays? Who will be so stupid to do something like that? Who will go in and actually wash their cars? Why would you do that? You don't need to wash your cars. Hey, come to Joe's Car Wash. You get what I'm saying? Come on in, right? You pay a subscription. It's $30 a month, okay? Even though you're not going to use it every day, but you're paying $30 a month for this amazing car wash. By the way, if you want to go in and get the premium little fucking soap, it's $55. Oh, but guess what? If you come in and you wash your car more than 10 times, now you got to buy credits. It's actually $89 a month for you to come and wash your car. So why would you be stupid enough to go and wash your car yourself when you could just come to Joe's Car Wash? Yeah. If you don't see the play, if you don't see that they're going back and they're about to throw a fucking Hail Mary, and you don't see the play, that's on you. I can't do much for you. You get what I'm saying? Because at this point, you're just an NPC. You're just walking around, slamming yourself on the wall, walking around. You get what I'm saying? You ever fucking been in a game and you were like, yo, what's going on with this NPC? Slamming himself on a fucking... I was playing yesterday. What's this game? Red Dead Redemption. I haven't finished the part 2 on PS5. Yo, that shit look amazing. The PS5 Pro, if you don't got one, get yourself one. Okay? It's a little, not that expensive. It's like, I used to have the PS5. I traded the PS5 for the PS5 Pro. I put in the difference. It's worth it. The games look amazing. So I go in, I'm playing this fucking game, and I'm in there. There's like a stampede of fucking horses and a bunch of shit. And next thing I know, I see the fucking NPC just walking right at the horses. This NPC done got ransacked, and I'm just looking around like this, like, yo, whose man's is this, right? I'm just, motherfucker, like, we can't do nothing for you. If you can't see the play, you can't see what's happening. Yeah, we can't do nothing for you, man. We're not here to save people. We here to bring highlight to shit. But we can't convince you. Your mind is already set. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in here. Quiet One says, how can you make money from an application without selling anything? Advertisement, affiliate links. So I'll give you an example, all right? You ever been to a website called Nerd Wallet? Okay? Nerd Wallet, if you search for a, let's say the best credit card, right? The best credit card for points, right? They'll go in and have a calculator that calculates all of your points depending on how much you spent. You might even have to put in your, what's like your credit score, right? And it will calculate like how much extra money you can make just off points. Maybe a free trip, maybe, free cashback, etc. And then from there, right, it's an application that you was searching for, that you was looking for, is what we call a microservice. Nowadays, people call it SaaS. I've been doing this shit since 2011, right? So this little microservice, you can't charge somebody for that, because I wouldn't even pay $1 for that shit. Somebody tells me, yo, I'm gonna charge you $1 to tell you what's the best credit card for you. I wouldn't pay for it. But what's really interesting is that all of these credit card companies have affiliate links. So I could go in, create this tool, and then at the bottom of the calculator, let's say, whatever, right, the application, microservice, right, I go in and I plug people directly to American Express. American Express pays me $150 for every user that goes and signs up for the American Express card. If somebody signs up to the Capital One, I get $75. So Nerd Wallet, which is a website that, quote unquote, it's supposed to answer your questions about your financial status and, how to save money, this and that. It's a free site, but it's a free site that makes money with every single page. So that's how you make money without having to sell something. By the way, I cover that on the Profitable Developer course on CodingPhase.com. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. That's what we talk about. How to monetize your skills. How to go in and make money with the skills that you have as a developer. I don't know. Whoever's interested in that is in CodingPhase.com. You know me. This is how I make money. People will be like, yo, how did Joe make money? It got to be the courses. It's like, bro, I came into the game with $300K before I even had my first course. You know what I'm saying? And I say that proudly because when, people came into even YouTube, they're like, man, it's going to take them like a year, 2 years to go in and do YouTube full time. I did this shit in under 6 months because I already came with bread. I didn't have to go in and be like, let me save us some money. Let me build the audience. Let me try to grow. I just went in and said, yeah, I got enough money. I don't need to be fucking working for nobody. Let me go in and double down on myself. But how did I do that? Very simple. You got to monetize your skills. You got to use the knowledge that you have and find every other way that you could go in and make money with that skill. It's not just getting a job. The getting the job part is for you to go in and pay for your living expenses. For you to make money, that's what you make on the side. Shout out to Sean McLean. I think he's in here. Yeah. He just mentioned last night on the accountability meeting that he just did his first 3 digital products that he sold. Now, what's really cool about that is that this is just the beginning for him, okay? When you go in and you create digital products, it's a catalog that you want to build. It's like, for example, again, I use my example so you guys could see how this shit works, right? I have around like 8 different niche websites. I used to have like 12, 13. I sold a couple of them as the traffic started going down. I don't have time to do them no more. I sold them, right? But those websites from 2011 till now have generated me shit. How many years is that? We're talking about, on average, I was making $80,000 to $120,000 with those sites. Just those sites. Now, mind you, I did a bunch of websites. In total, in my life, I probably launched around like 30 to 40 different websites. Okay? Now, those sites that started making money, what I did, I went in, I started working on them even more, started adding more features, etc. But initially, what you want to do is you want to go in and say, well, this website makes me $100. This website makes me $500. This other website makes me $200. This other website makes me $400. And little by little, like that, over a year, you go in and you have a catalog, right? It's a digital catalog that you have. It's your applications, your sites, your niche websites. Guess what? The same concept comes into play with CodingPhase. I got over 100 courses on CodingPhase.com. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, right? And I don't sell every course every single day. I don't have to. I have a catalog. That catalog, one course could come in, somebody buys it at $50. One course, somebody buys it at $20. One course, somebody comes in, signs up to a diamond membership. Maybe that's $365 for the whole year. That covers for at least 3 to 4 courses that I created that year, right? So now by having all of these digital assets, it generates income constantly, okay? Same thing with my Etsy store. We go in, we sell different digital products. We even sell stickers, right? We even sell, teacher planners in there, okay? Like, we sell a lot of little bullshit, little knickknacks, a little shit, right, that people buy. But when you go in and you have 200 items that's being sold, and the average on your average day is $300, $400 a day, now you're free. So, but how you gonna do that? You have to build a catalog. You have to use your skills, monetizing every single way, right? And then from there, you basically independent. You don't have to work for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Sean McLemmon. He's in here in the chat. Congrats, my guy. You sold more products than me in my first month. So that tells me you're in the right path. You're going to be out of here. What I was able to do, you're going to triple that shit for sure. And it's because also, too, you have the information, right? For anybody that's watching this, that's, a lot of the stuff that he's applying into his new business is stuff that we cover in the Profitable Developer course. So the shit that I had to go in and do research, fail here, fail there, fail over here, fail over there, he don't have to do that no more. He has a game plan already laid out that already works, right? 10 years of my life that I'm basically putting into this course, explaining how you go in and monetize all the skills. Right now, maybe he don't want to do freelancing. Right now, he just want to do digital products. But guess what? He also has the knowledge of that. Guess what? Maybe he don't know how to do full stack development. Maybe he's just a front end developer. In the next 6 months, he becomes a full stack developer, and now he also has access to how to create microservices and how to create software as a service, and how he can monetize it without having to sell anything, and how he can monetize it by selling a subscription or selling a lifetime value for that application or charging per usage. Those are the shit that we cover in there. But once you go in, right, what I was telling him yesterday, last night on the accountability meeting, is that you don't want to think about this of, man, I want to sell $100,000 of my product, of one product. No. That's like a recipe for failure. You go in and you say, if this thing is making money, I don't care if it's 5 products a week. I don't care if it's 1 product a month. At the end of the day, when a whole year passes by, you'll look back, and if you created enough products throughout that year, that you'll notice and you'll see like, holy shit, I just made $20,000. The following year, you come in and you do the same thing. You create more products, create more things. As you get more knowledge and more skills, you go in and do the same thing. So if you was able to make $20,000 with the products that you created in 2025, you're gonna do the same thing in 2026. But now you created more products. So now you're making $50,000. By your 3rd year, you're doing the same shit. Now you're doing another 50,000 on top of that. So now you made $100,000 on your own, independently, and you still got your full-time job. At that point, you hit the road, the fork in the road, and you say, shit, I was doing this part-time. What would happen if I did this shit full-time? So guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna double up. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna double up and sometimes triple up. You know, the best thing that I did was quit my job working for somebody because, you know, I was stuck in that range of like, you know, 180, 200 a year. And I was like, how do I get out of this? How do I go in and touch $500,000? And it was really, I needed to work on my own shit full time. You can't really make, unless it's like you have a product that sells for a lot of money. Like I never try to go in and create something that's super expensive. I like to make it super accessible to everyone. So that way I could sell thousands of it, right? And it's easier to sell. But once I you know, I got to that point where I'm like, oh shit, I got a bunch of different ways that just, you know, I'm making money here. It's like, shit, if I go in, I start naming the places that I make money, bro, your head will spin. You'll be like, damn, you got, Joe got the YouTube sponsorship, got, you know, the Twitter, the Instagram, the TikTok. People pay me for all that shit. For something that I was gonna do it no matter what, right? Then you got the Etsy store, the products that we sell on the Etsy store. Then from there we have, you know, products that we sell through ClickFunnels, products that we sell through Shopify. Then we have the Teachable website. Then we have the niche websites, which pay me through Google Ads and affiliate links, right? Then from there you have like random projects that people come up to me and be like, hey, can you go in and build this for me? And I'll be like, yeah, I could do it. And it'll be like $4,000 or $5,000. And then what I do is I give it to one of my students or I give it to a friend of mine who can do the work. And then I just get paid for a finder's fee, right? Like I just had a student last year around October build a Shopify store for one of my friend's wife that she wanted to create an online store. And I said, hey man, it's $5,000, right? And then I say, hey, I'm gonna do it for $4,000, which was like Playboy prices. And then what I did, I went in, gave it to a student and said, hey man, this is a project. You're still early on your career. I'm gonna oversee the whole project. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do, but I'm not gonna be able to do it. You're gonna have to do it for me. Okay, I basically wrote down every single thing that we needed to add. I went in, I got the design that we needed to have for their website, and then from there, I gave them $2,000. I kept $2,000. Literally, it took me less than 5 hours to go and get that shit done. Right? So now it's like I'm a middleman, and there's a lot of opportunities that come up like that. But this is where I tell you guys, you gotta monetize every freaking skill that you have. You can't just go in and be like, well, I'm a front-end developer. I'm just looking for a job. It's like, don't be that guy, man. You're a front-end developer with a lot of skills. Now look at every fucking way that you can make money with that shit. You know, there's people that come in and like right now, look, there's this website that, I forgot the name of it, but there's a website that they'll pay you $55, $75 an hour to go in and tutor somebody. Let's say right now you are a front-end developer. You got 2 years, you've been working. What's stopping you from going in and doing 2-3 hours a day? That's like $150 a day extra. Just tutoring somebody. Why wouldn't you do that? Like if right now you had no idea on like how to make any apps or anything like that, shit, charge somebody for tutoring. There's college students graduating that don't know how to do web development, and you could go in and help them out. $55 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, monetize this shit. You know? This shit took a lot of time and a lot of work, and you pay a lot of money to learn these skills. So monetize it. You got to get a return on your investment. Michelle says, I'm still trying to launch my Etsy store. You got to do it, man. Stop overthinking it. And also, too, just build the product, simple products. Build it, put it up online. Even if you don't sell anything, you will learn from it. You will learn, oh, okay, I targeted the wrong niche. Now you go in, you build another idea. Oh, shoot, this one's selling. You try to scale it. It doesn't scale. Okay, now everything that you learn from that second product, now you could build your third product. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you do it. Just monetize your skills. If you don't monetize it, somebody's gonna monetize it for you. Always remember that. If you don't monetize your skills, somebody will monetize it for you. And it's not about, who's smart, who's dumb, who's whatever. It's about who is willing to put in the work and who's willing to educate themselves. If you don't go in and you don't want to educate yourself, you'll be like, man, why would I go in and learn about advertisement? I'm a developer. Yeah, if you think like that, then now you miss out on the opportunity of how you're gonna sell your products. If you wanted to do advertisement and you didn't learn about advertisement because you're a developer, right? Then now you're gonna be doing developer work, and somebody else will monetize your skills. Somebody will go in and pay you, let's say $100,000 a year. You work full time for them, okay? The things that you could go in and do for them, you could do it for yourself. But because you don't know how to market yourself and you don't know how to do advertisement, or you don't know how to do the research and find the right clients, the right customers, this guy is pimping you out and paying you $100,000, which keeps you happy. But the truth is, he's making $500 to $1 million off your head, just because you didn't want to go in and educate yourself. But what do I know? I'm just a random dude with a hat on in a garage. Me in my garage. You get what I'm saying? Like, I love when I just come in here, I'll be dropping gems, and I could just imagine people like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? This guy talks like he knows everything. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm just a regular dude, just like you. What do I know? I'm just a random dude, right? Random guy with a hat on. When they say I have 2 email templates and 1 website template building up my catalog, Joe. There you go. Put it up on Etsy. Put it up on Creative Market. Put it up on, I think it's UI8. Search UI8 on Google. That's a good website to sell your digital products. There's a couple of other ones. Go check out the Profitable Developer. I list out all the different marketplaces where you could go in and sell the digital products. Gumroad, a lot of people mix out on this. Gumroad, it's a great place. People search for things in there. So if you have a template, have a thing that you want to sell, you can sell it through there. There's also a new platform. I don't know if you guys have heard of WAP. I know it's a crazy name, right? But WAP, it's a new platform. I'm about to join that shit. WAP, it's a really, really cool platform. There's so much cool shit that they're doing there that it's incredible that nobody has came up with this till now. So it's WHOP. Go check it out. And currently, right now, what people are using it is to sell like online products. So it could be like a membership tool, a trading course, or a trading community, a Discord, private Discord, whatever. But WAP is actually bigger than that. So the people that are using it is mostly doing it for the private communities, but they have a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. Go check it out. One of the things that really caught my attention is that you could go in and put bounties. You could put bounties. So for example, like let's say right now I have a product that I want to sell. I could go in and say, hey guys, I have this video, right? I'm willing to pay 25 cents for every 1,000 views. Okay? One thing that people don't know is that organic social media posts is better than paid advertisement. People are tired of seeing advertisement. But if you go in and you have, let's say, 1,000 people coming in and posting about your product, and you're only paying 25 cents per 1,000 views, right? Let's say you come up with a 10,000. Let's just keep it simple. Let's say you have a budget of $1,000, but you got a whole bunch of people coming in and creating videos for you, and you tell them, hey man, till you get to a maximum of $100, right? I'll pay you for every view that you're getting. You get paid more than what you will make on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, or any other platforms. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Um, have you guys noticed that there's like some memes, some clips that they be having a logo that says at the bottom steak? I don't know if you guys have seen that. It'll say steak or say some random casino place. They're using WAP. So they'll pay somebody to create content, create clips for them, and put it up out there in the internet. A lot of times when regular people just post on a new account or whatever, that video might get hundreds of thousands of views. And you only paid, let's say, $25. So you could have a product, let's say, for example, a product about, I don't know, productivity. I have a template on Notion. It's for productivity, a random digital product, right? A girl comes in and says, oh yeah, this will be cool. She makes a video. The video goes on TikTok. She gets 50,000 views. She's a micro influencer. No one knows her, but because she posted about this, it just goes up, right? 10,000, 50,000 views. You only pay for your first, let's say, 10,000 views. Everything after that, it's free. And it's a great way for you to go in and market things, because now you're going directly to the user-generated content, right? To be able to go in and have them go in and build content for you for dirt cheap. And people are willing to do it, because if I'm like, my name is Bob and I live at home, I ain't got shit to do, I'm still going to college or whatever, I'll make a quick video. Hey man, check out this video, check out this productivity app, And guess what? 100,000 people watched it. Out of those 100,000 people, 1,000 of them is gonna sign up. And if your product is, let's say, I don't know, maybe $10 a month, now you just basically got $10,000, and all you had to invest was $1,000. You get what I'm saying? So go check it out. WHOP, WHOP. Let me see, right through here. Again, guys, I'm trying to give you guys game. Go check out CodingPhase.com, guys. I'm about to get out of here. I gotta finish some stuff. I got today, the whole day I'm working on courses, videos for a course, video for the profitable developer course that I gotta do for Sean. Sean needs to start running his ads, so I gotta add that part to it. And I'm doing a bunch of other stuff, okay? But the whole day, I'm just creating content. So definitely go check it out. The Vue.js course, guys, I think this is like my favorite course just because of the projects that we have in there. It's really legit. Go check it out. It doesn't matter if you're doing email development. If you already know enough about JavaScript, you're taking the practical JavaScript course, this course is also going to help you out, because it's just going to help you understand how to build single page applications and use Vue.js for all of your applications, okay? So anyways, guys, I'm going to see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. I love you guys. Take care. Peace.